Yo, peace of love, peace of love, peace and love, chosen ones. I'm back with another banger. First and foremost, if you've been enjoying the content down below, subscribe to the channel. Also, get this video a thumbs up and turn on the post notifications. But as always, y'all stay tuned throughout the whole thing because you may catch some gems. So I'm gonna go to dive right into this message. So, family, I want to talk about manipulation, right? How this world really has a lot of people like manipulated to, react in one type of way to the things that they bring out to make a reaction, right? To make a negative reaction out of people. That's why they have news channels, they have the media, like social medias and everything, because it's to keep people in this consistent loop of not expanding their thoughts out to really thinking for themselves, but more so trying to live other people's lives and just base their own wisdom and information off of somebody else's information, right? That's how the system is. So, through time, I was just noticing upon my journey on how much things is really just not real and everything is really an illusion. And a lot of people are so like invested like all their energy into it and all like only pay attention to these outer source things but not paying attention to their inner source. And the thing that's wrong with that is because your intuition is never going to let you down. A lot of the times when you listen to these things that are put all over social media, the news and things like that, it's information based off of what other people want you to know. And a lot of the times it's the truth but mixed around to put into like entertainment to make it seem like it's not really real. And then they say the things that's real is, the, just the absolute things that's on Google and the things that we learn in school through these textbooks, and that it's just that way, right? And whenever something negative happens, to act out of character, to react to it. Like, something I've noticed from really being at peace with myself is like when I'm out in a public scenery, I'm just to myself. I'll notice everybody's energy because I'm really tapped in with myself. So like I'm really sensitive to energy. So a lot of times I'm just kind of like being observant, trying to stay off my phone, be observant of my scenery, right? So I start to notice a lot of different things, and a lot of people react out of character. You know what I'm saying? There was a point I was doing like DoorDash, right? I was doing like DoorDashes, so I would have to go to like these different fast food places. And something I've noticed with like fast food is like when you pull up in the area, you can already kind of feel the shift of the energy, because it's like a lot of the times like that's the stuff that like a person maybe will eat like on a day-to-day basis. Like a person that's getting off of work, they just go all the time to McDonald's or go somewhere to these fast food joints and buy food because they may not feel like cooking, right? And I feel that you gotta do what you gotta do, but you feel the energy shift when you pull up to these places. So a lot of the times people are short-tempered, right? And like I'll be seeing orders, like people places be backed up, right, with heck of orders like on the weekend or something like that, and it'll be a bunch of people in there just waiting for their orders, and you can start to feel the shift in the energy because they're reacting a certain way because patience is involved. A lot of people don't have that patience is involved then. So that's when they're short-tempered, they just want to spaz off on someone. So even when the person brings their order out, eventually instead of being grateful, the person ends up still saying those little marks, to get their point across of how they was feeling. And that's how the system really kind of brought up a lot of us thinking that type of way. Because like I remember before my spiritual journey, like how I used to be, like I used to just be investing into a lot of other things that wasn't myself, right? I would be invested into like friends, I would be invested into going out on the weekend, like all these other things instead of just investing in me. So like I know, what I'm saying, like when you're in that autopilot type of mindset, like how you are going to react in certain situations. That's the same instances with like road rage, right? Road rage is one of the top things out there, especially over in Texas. Like people road rage all the time. They will try to, cut people off and ride somebody's tail and do all these different types of things, cussing people out, but that's only projecting the energy back to them. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to think in that moment, you are in a moving vehicle. You are literally tweaking with the universal laws at that point, projecting out negativity. You have to change your way of perceiving things, you know what I'm saying? Like when things just happen, take a deep breath and just know that it's out of your control and just let it happen, you know, and keep going about your day. But like through time, we were so used to, you know, growing up, you know, seeing our parents do it, you know, seeing people who's close with doing it, road raging and things, those things get embedded into the subconscious. Like this is all types of trauma that like a lot of people don't know that it's truly trauma. They just think it's just there, but you have to actually go within and do that inner work to understand that it's trauma. You know, a lot of these things is trauma caused at a younger age, or perhaps a past life. And in this lifetime, you have to heal that. And when you don't heal that, you know, there's certain things within this world that will like trigger you to make you lash off or make you really feel some type of way. So that like I go to say, um, with mind manipulation, they just have everybody manipulated not to focus on themselves in these like types of moments, and that, you know, it's just one way of living with life, and it's not about you. Like they basically try to say it's not about focusing on yourself. It's not about getting an understanding of yourself. They try to project, amongst this like religion and stuff. I'm not gonna get too deep into that, but if you see how certain people really react to other certain people, not to try to come, at no type of religion and whatever you believe in, but like usually like Christians and stuff, they're more aggressive whenever it comes to that, because of how they was brought up and what they was taught at a young age, really programmed at a young age, and that only is their belief. You know what I'm saying? And think about it, like a lot of things is man-made, a lot of things is written over years. Like somebody wrote stories, somebody wrote all of this stuff. It's not just, anyone can say that, God came through them. Like shit, when people are really in the hole, over in jail or something like that, that's when they be like, oh, I seen God, and they whole life change. When somebody has a whole spiritual awakening, they be like, oh, I seen source, I seen God. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it is you. It's all you, So I just go to say, like, when you actually open your eyes and see, you will see a lot of people are just like under that manipulation, that things is just one way, in a certain way, because like really bashing somebody's head because they believe in something, but that's childish. Like you just gotta focus on yourself. Look, like at that moment, you're not focusing on yourself. Like when people do that, they're not focusing on themselves. They're focused on the other person, trying to get their point across to the other person. So now they're actually just projecting more negativity out, and then they leave the situation and they're still talking about it, and it's still embedded into their mind, and it's still like fresh. They wake up the next day and it's still, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how the world just programmed people to like not be able to move on as fast, and actually move on. Like whenever you're oneness and in the flow, the divine, you're silent. Silence is really the key within this realm. You'll know what things they try to manipulate you with. I was just in the barbershop and a commercial came on and they was talking about this medicine, right? And they said all these side effects, bro. They literally had said it was gonna I forgot what the medicine was called, but it affects your liver, and it had all these other symptoms, and you have a high risk of basically getting what they was basically trying to promote the medicine to heal, that you're at a high risk of getting that. But people would still be manipulated to think, oh, it's on TV, these people are really with us and they want to help us. Like that's what they was manipulated, but not to think for themselves, and that you can truly heal all these things on your own, because we're the creators of our life and we really like that. But this was just a little message. I don't even want to make this too long. Just to say, open your eyes out there and be aware and understand who you are, and know, the thing that you got to get done in this life. Don't be manipulated no more. If you see in this video is a major sign, don't be manipulated. Open your eyes to the lies that be in our faces, and open your heart and your mind to the truth, and you shall receive. But it's always, if you receive this message, leave down in the comments. If it could help you, leave down in the comments, and also give this video a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and turn on the post notifications. But it's always, family, y'all take care and have a blessed and abundant day. Peace and love.